If you're thinking about getting the Chase Unlimited credit card for your business, then you're going to learn more about it here, the score requirements, and if it's recommended based off your situation. As you know, everybody spends money differently, especially within their businesses, so it's going to be important to know if this is going to be a good card for you to use based off how you spend money. But first, let's talk about some of the benefits that you get when you first sign on for this card, aka the welcome bonus. So first off, you get to earn $750 bonus cash back after you have spent $6,000 within the first 3 months of opening this account. So that equates to about $2,000 every month for the first 3 months that you have this card. Now, for a business owner that's been in business for a while, you probably already know what your expenses are, and you know if you hit that $2,000 every month. But just to give you some ideas on what you can do to try to hit that bonus so that you can get that extra $750 cash back, which is really 75,000 points. One thing you can do is start experimenting with some ads for your business because, of course, any business, whether you're new or experienced, you need to grow. And if you aren't already doing that, that's one way to start bringing in some more customers, bringing in some more revenue. And of course, if you're totally new to business or again, growing your business, paying for a course, a training, a coach, something like that can be a great way to spend a good bit of money, get some information, some training, and some help in growing your business, which ultimately leads to you bringing in more money. And of course, if you're a brand new business, you probably have some expenses, a computer, laptop, maybe some equipment that you need for the business. All of those things you can use towards this bonus so you can get those points. Now, some other things to note about this card is going to be that there is no annual fee, so you don't have to worry about paying any annual fee. That's great. Now, as far as the rewards go for this card, you're going to be able to get unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase that you make, so you don't have to spend it in certain categories like a lot of other cards. And again, it's unlimited, so there are no limits to the amount you can earn. Some cards you have to have a cap, which is like 25,000 on some, 50,000 on some with your spend that you can get that cash back, especially above 1%. So it's really good that you get 1.5% back with no limits and no categories. Not to mention they also have 5% cash back anytime you use Lyft through March 2025. So you got almost about a year to do that, depending on when you're seeing this video. But that's definitely something great if you do use Lyft a lot, and if you don't, hell, why not? Okay, some other key benefits to note is that if you do have employees and you want them to have access to this card, there's no additional cost to have extra cards for them. And another great benefit to this card when you first sign up for it is there's 0% APR for the first 12 months. So that means every purchase that you make, you don't have to pay any interest on it. So essentially about 1% of whatever your balance is, that's what you'll be looking at paying monthly while you have the 0% APR. Now, a few other perks of this card before we get into the score requirements and recommendations is going to be the extended warranty protection, which adds an additional year of warranty protection to anything that is covered that you purchase with the card that has a warranty of 3 years or less. You also get auto rental collision damage waiver, so you can actually, decline the coverage that they offer you when you're trying to go over the car. And they'll reimburse up to the cash value of the vehicle for theft and collision for most cars in the US and abroad. So you have to look into what those most cars are. Any other major benefit that I would say is that they have purchase protection on, anything that you've purchased within the last 120 days. You can do $10,000 per claim, up to $50,000 per account. So the score requirements to get this card are going to be credit score of around 720 or better. You really want your credit to be in a good place before applying for this card. Of course, there are going to be some times where somebody might be able to sneak in the door a little bit lower than that, but ideally you want your credit score to be 700 or better to ensure your approval of this card. And of course, higher scores, higher incomes are going to help you get higher limits on this card. But again, you want to try to make sure you don't have any late payments and try to make sure you don't have any collections, charge-offs. And Chase is really inquiry sensitive, so you want to make sure that you don't have any recent inquiries going on your credit report as well. And by recent, I'm talking about like the last 6 months or so. Okay, so who am I going to recommend this card for? This card is good for any of you out there who just want to be able to have a credit card that you can use anywhere, know that you are accumulating points with your purchases, don't want to really track everything, like categories and keeping up with how much you're spending and if you went over your limit or not. This card in general is going to be a great general use credit card for pretty much every business. It's probably going to be one of the better cards you can get out of, all of the cards that are out there available in, different banks and whatnot because of what it offers. And you don't have the annual fee either. On top of that, It doesn't have some of the, major benefits and some of the other major, points that you can get with some other cards. But for what it offers and how it makes everything simple and easy to keep up with, this is going to be something that pretty much everybody can benefit from having. Now, if you're looking for a card that's going to give you some more points back as well as a bigger welcome bonus, you're going to want to go check out this next Chase Ink card, which might be a little bit more up your alley. So go ahead and click on that video, and I'll see you in the next one.